Hello, everyone. Good morning, and I hope you are well this Thursday morning that is so beautiful outside. The sun is shining. It's supposed to be hot, but it's still a beautiful morning. I want to welcome you to my mystery stamping. I'm so glad that you're here. One moment. I had that on so that I'd know that I had volume. Here, let me switch the camera here. There we go. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I want to welcome you to my mystery stamping. I'm so glad that you're here, whether it is here on Facebook Live or on the replay. I appreciate you stopping by and seeing what I have to offer you. Please say hello and where you're from. I appreciate that. And so I can see where everybody's from that's viewing and know that you're here. And so let's see, I got a couple notes here. Oh, if you like crafting and you like mysteries, you're in the right place, because with mystery stamping, you get clues and then you don't quite know what you're going to make until you get here for mystery stamping, but it's a lot of fun. And so let's see. Oh, today's card is inspired by Karen Titus. And if you get a chance, go over and look at all her beautiful creations that she makes. And she's a lot of fun too, her and her husband. She's very genuine and she's so sweet. I've met her a few times at our conventions and I just adore her. She's so sweet. She makes me chuckle every time that I watch her and her husband together. It's amazing how they work together and they have fun, which that's what Stampin' Up's all about, is having fun and creating and doing what you love and loving what you do. That is one of their mottos that they put out there a lot. And so sometimes I forget to share that with everybody. So I am Lisa Fulford, your creative coach, and this is my mystery stamping. And I sure hope that you find some inspiration from today's card pattern. It's something that is so simple to do, but it has a nice layout where your sentiment and your images and things like that just kind of pop off the page. So we will get started with that. And I've got a couple things to close out here. Give me just one moment. See here. There we go. And let's see. Trying to adjust a few things here so it'll make it easier for me. And let's see. There we go. All right. So I'm going to switch that camera back down. Now my counter thing's probably going to take off again. There we go. All right. So anyway, so my card today is you have a card base that you could have at whatever size that you wanted. And so hang on just a moment. It looks like it's frozen, but anyway, if it's frozen, please let me know. Hello, Jane. I'm glad that you made it. Let me know if the screen is frozen, because on my end it shows frozen. If not, I'll just keep going. But anyway, our clues for today I have here, and I've got them in this little thing here. So I had this piece of cardstock that's pretty in pink, and so it is 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. You could do yours at 11 by 4 1/4 and score it at 5.5. So I give you the option which way you want your card to open. If it's one of the cards that actually it matters, or it's a fun fold or something like that, I'll let you know where you need to cut and score. But other than that, I've been trying to give you guys more choices with your cards and things. So I have basic white here. And it is, I have one that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then I have one that is 3 1/2 by 5. And as you know, the 3 1/2 by 5 would go in on the inside. And then I have another piece of coordinating cardstock here that is at 3 3/4 by 5. Now I do have some images. Uh-oh. They all in here? Uh-oh. Let's see. I'll make certain everything's in here. Oh, 1, 2. They just got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So there's supposed to be 6 pieces of DSP that are cut to 1 inch, 1-inch squares. And you want them all to be different patterns. So you really only have to cut 3 pieces of DSP and of patterns. What you have to cut 6, but you only need 3 different patterns of DSP because there's fronts and backs for those. So there's that. And then I have some of the infra pieces that are in that Wildflower Birthday 12 by 12 DSP. So I have some of those. And then I think I took this from a different, pardon me, from a different infra pack. And I can't remember the name of, whoops, there went my chair. I think it may be the Birthday Treats Mix and Match, but I'm not, oh, no, it's not. I found it. All right, so it is from the Greetings for All Mix and Match. So I found this to be a fun little pack because if you don't have time, like you're in a hurry to make a card, then you don't have time to do the stamping. A lot of times you just need DSP and then grab one of these sentiments. So I found this to be a very handy thing to get. So anyway, and let's see. Die cut pieces or stamped images, they need to fit in like a 2 by 2 opening. So I just gave that little bit of a note just so that you would not pick a great big huge greeting. But if you did, I'll show you how you could fix that. So how you could use that, not fix it, but use that. All right, so let's get started with our card. It really does not take that long to put together, but I like to get started here with, I did some die cutting and that's a little flex from it. I want to go ahead and add some pieces to my card to get them off my desk. And let's see. Now, I've been having a love-hate relationship with this Stampin' Seal Plus. Sometimes I use it and it pulled my cardstock off and winds it up in here. Other times I use it and it works. So it's a mystery on whether or not it's going to work every time. All right, so my computer screen is still frozen, but I have it on another device and it does not look like it is. So I'm hoping and going forward with the fact that it is working. I'm going to go ahead and lay that on there. And that can be out of the way. And looking up, I need to grab my blending brush because I'm doing blending. You don't have to. I usually have all that stuff ready to go, or at least try to, not always. And so I forgot today. I created this card. I designed it and I created it probably 2-3 weeks ago. So, you know, I forgot to grab my stuff. I usually put a note on the little envelope what I need to grab for that day, but I forgot. Well, I forgot to say that today is July 24th of 2025. And we'll have Mystery Stamp again. Let's see. it'll be August 7th. That seems like it's so far away, but yet it's not. So I'm going to take my piece for the inside, and I'm going to do just a little bit of blending where I want to put my sentiment. And you can do this, so you've got time to grab your blending brush if you have one. I'll stamp my sentiment in the middle just because I don't always, depending on who I'm giving the card to, if it's just, you know, an acquaintance, a lot of times, you know, I'll just stamp whatever I have in the middle, and then underneath of it, like if it's a birthday, I'll say, I hope you're having a great day, and then sign my name, because if I don't know them that well, you know, what am I going to put in there? So there's that. Some more right in the middle. And then I'm going to do a little bit of blending. Well, I'll wait to do the blending there. Then I have this. And then I have, let's see. This. Those are going to be my inks and my stamps. My ink that I'm using today is Secret Sea. I love that ink. And it's so dark, and depending on what you put it with, a lot of times it just looks like black. People don't even notice that it's not. And so I like to use it. It stamps so nicely. All right, so this is my inside piece. And I'm going to go ahead and do that stamping. And it says, happy birthday. For the life of me, I cannot remember which stamp set this came out of. I've got about 5 over here that has stamps out of it that I'm using because I'm working on my Make It Mondays, Technique Tuesdays, some fun folds, and I'm already starting to work on some Halloween. You know, busy. So let's see. I'll stamp this off this side because I'm also going to put something on the inside. So there you go. See, you can't tell that it's a dark blue. It looks black, and it stamps so nice. So that's all the stamping for this card because I'm using that ephemera pack. All right, so now then, okay, sorry about that notification. I think I forgot to turn everything off. Give me a moment just so I can do that so we don't keep getting interrupted. All right, so everything's shut off on that. I'm taking this little piece of ephemera, and I'm going to use glue because I'm afraid the tape runner will tear it. And then I'm just going to try to follow a little bit of that string down. Set that off to the side. Bring this in. And I'm just going to add it to in here. Doesn't that make that really cute for the inside? Just adding. So when you have the ephemera packs, even stamping, you don't have to just put it on the front of the card. You can add it to the inside. I like adding a little bit every now and then. I don't do it every time, and I probably should, but I don't. And so now I'm going to grab this and add this to the inside. Now that I said that it tears the cardstock, now it definitely tears if it's embossed. But if it's not embossed, maybe it's going to work. And then look at this. When you put this on the inside, with that little bit of blending and putting that inside, it just makes it pop. And so I like that. So isn't that pretty? All right, so there's that. So let's get started with this. All right, so I want to pick out my pieces of what I want to show. So I have this one and this one. So this doesn't show much. So that's going to be the stripe. And then this one has some birthday cake. So I want that one to show. And of course, you know, I want this one to show. And let's see. I want that one to show. Flip this one over. And let's see. Nope. So it's that one. Okay. So those are my 6 that I'm going to do. I'm going to move these out of the way for right now. All right. So to get this started, I'm going to take this little guy. I'm going to add some glue to this. This card is so easy. Now watch, I'll have trouble or something. I'm going to pick this. I'm trying to pick this up because they're so small I can't hardly grab them. And then I'm going to put this clear over here to the side and at the top. I'm going to give myself just a little bit of a border, and I need it to be straight. I've scooted it several times there, so you've got a little bit of wiggle room whenever you're. And you want to put some contrast. These pieces, you want to. There we go. I gotta remember to. I just got glue all over my counter. You know, mistakes happen. There's no need to edit those things out. That way everybody knows everybody makes mistakes. So I dropped that. I got this mess right here. And just a little bit on my card. So I'm going to set that up there. I may need it again. All right, so my next thing is I'm going to put it right about there. And same thing, I want to get as straight as I can and line the edges up. My table's still wet. There. And then I want to grab my next one. I think I want this birthday cake. See, there's contrast there. And then this one's a little bit lighter, but it's got a little bit of that blue in it. That turquoisey color. Sometimes in our DSP packs, it lists, okay, so it lists all the colors in it. But a lot of times I see other colors in there that they don't list. And so I'll sometimes put other cardstock with it because I think that it goes with that paper. Thank you, Jane, for letting me know that it's not frozen. I appreciate that. I just now saw that because I was just going along with it, hoping that it was great. So then I want to do this piece. So I'm trying to do contrast as I go. Yeah. And I like this paper because it's a specialty paper and it has that gold leafing on there. I have to keep putting my glue in my holder because if I don't, so now you would think I'm going to keep going on that edge, but I'm not. I'm now going to jump this way. Well, I'm going to wait. Well, no, I better put that one down. So I'm going to put that right here, and I'm trying to keep it a fairly small border, about like how I did there. I want that to be kind of straight there too. It's a little crooked still. But that one's a little crooked, or I cut it crooked. I do that too. All right, so I've got to grab this. Where I dropped it, there's a little bit of glue because I'm sticking to it. There we go. That's just a glue eraser, and you can buy those at craft stores. We used to sell them, and I figure maybe one day in the future we will sell them again. I don't know that, so don't hold me to that. But sometimes we rotate things out because everybody pretty much gets them, and then there's, you know, no need for them. Like, they stop selling quite as well. And then after a few years, a lot of times they will. Did I do the wrong one? I sure did. I put the wrong one on the inside. So we will have to trim this one down. That's all right. So disregard this extra border because this one should have been on the inside and these should have been going onto this piece. So I'll cut this one down. It's no big deal. See, make a mistake and you just roll with it. So this one here, I'm going to add glue. Pick that up. I'm going to add that right about there. So yours will be smaller, and you may have done yours how I did mine because of me saying, but I'll show you how to fix it. I have a smaller cutter, but we'll use this one because everybody doesn't have that one that I have. All right, so on that paper, let's see, it was 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 and 3 1/2 by 5. And so let's see, this one is the 5. And so I need 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I need this to be 4 1/4 long. Maybe I just gave the wrong measurements. Hang on. Oh, 4 1/2. Okay, that makes more sense. 4 1/2. Oh my goodness. I can't read. Sorry about that. So it's 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. I just kept reading the quarter. I wasn't really reading it. I was just skipping over. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So this one on the inside is perfectly fine. This one here is like if this one's, I don't know. This is 5, 3 1/2 by 5. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. I think I cut mine wrong. Like I said, I did these a while back, and I probably did it in the middle of the night or something. All right, so then this one here is supposed to be, yeah, 3 1/4. There, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. That works. Yes, that's, I don't know. And then I just cut mine wrong. So you may have done yours right. I don't know. You know, things happen. I just try to roll with it. All right, so I'm going to grab my ink again, and I'm going to do blending. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to add some blending right down here where I'm going to put my image. You can put you can put whatever, if you want to stamp here, that's absolutely fine. And then use blending markers. But because I'm using an ephemera, I just wanted to kind of give it, kind of ground it a little bit, I guess, to give it where it's not just going to be stark white where I'm putting. I don't want to get it on my, which I did. I didn't want to get it on my DSP, but it doesn't hurt anything if it does. All right, so here's my cupcake. And I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of that. So I've got some here that are just remnants. And that makes me so happy whenever the whole card is emptied, because I didn't waste any. All right, so I'm going to take one of these smaller ones. And on this, these edges, they're really wide. I don't know why we didn't get a few more, but they're really wide. So I'm going to take a pair of scissors, and I'm going to just clip, and I'm making it narrower than what that top piece was. I'll show you why. That candle didn't get the backing off that as I cut it. That candle, it would end up bending if you send it through the mail. So I don't want that to happen. There we go. And so I put that on there. You can't see it because I cut it so small. Now you don't have to do that, but I feel like mine would get bent, or you don't even have to pop it up. All right, so I'm gonna pick this up. I'm going to put my little birthday cupcake, sorry, right in here. I want to center it. So it kind of looks like there's a bit of a glow around it. I'm not quite finished with this. I'm going to take my birthday wishes, my sentiment. Ink that up again. And then I'm going to start off, and then I'm going to add it to my sentiment. Can't tell if that's my neighbor mowing or if it's the guy that mows my lawn. We have a large yard, like city block yard, and sometimes he comes up by the window. He tries to stay away on Thursdays because he never knows which Thursday I'm doing videos, but sometimes he's also in a hurry. So I'm going to add these here, and you may not even be able to hear it. Right, so I'm going to grab, well, which one did I use? Let's see. Oh, same one. I had a thumb on it. I'm going to trim a little bit wider piece. And you can tear our dimensionals, like on those edges. You can tear them apart. I probably could have put a mini dimensional there, but there, see, I just tore that off. I'm going to add this. See, I'm not going to do blending there because I blended on my words. Just gonna set it. Yep, that looks good. All right, so I'm gonna add some tape runner. Sure. Now the other day, every time I used this, I tore the paper. There's so much paper wound up in there. And it didn't matter what color cardstock I was using. I'm glad it's working now. All right, so I'm going to add this to the front of the card. I just want to center it. And I'm just, because these are popped up, I'm just gluing those layers down. Now then, let's find something I'm working on. I put on a shelf in here. I'm looking for some kind of an embellishment. And they can be flat sequins. They can be whatever you have on hand. I have several different things here that got them all open. And some they're retired, I'm certain. A lot of them are. Let's just find something that might go. That would go. Oh, we're going to use that because they're flat and they're easier to put through the mail. All right, so I'll open this up. These are the, let's see, Riverside Irregular Pearls. And with Mystery Stamp, I use retired stuff. Let's see, so I'm going to grab one of these. I'm going to come up here, put it there. Grab another one. So I'm trying to, on the edge of this, kind of line it up. Take this third one. Place in the middle. So that makes it where it looks even. That's how you get them evenly spaced. And then I'm also going to come down here and kind of do the same thing. Put that last one in the middle. And there we go. That is our mystery card. And I thank Karen Titus for her beautiful card that she made that inspired this card. I did a little bit of blending and used the ephemera packs and different paper and did a little bit different on the inside, but there we go. And if you cut your paper wrong, you can always recover from that, just like I did. I made a couple mistakes, and so I just rolled with it. And so that's what crafting's all about. Instead of getting stressed out about how it, cutting something wrong, you just try to see if you can't fix it with going in a different route. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed today's mystery stamping and that you enjoyed this beautiful card that Karen Titus, she had created. I don't know that if it's her total creation or not, or if she saw it from somebody else, but that's what we do. We share and we case, and case means that let's see, copy and share everything. And so a lot of times if they spell it with capitals C-A-S-E, that means they did it exactly how the other person did it. But if they do it as C-A-S capitalized and the little e, that means that it's copy and share, but not everything. So I like casing cards from different ones, and I always, change a little bit. I put a little bit of that blending on there, and I did some embossing, and I used different paper. And I also made a mistake and then fixed that in the end. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you'll make some cards with this style and this pattern. And until next time, happy stamping, and thank you for joining me.